Thursday, September 14th. The reason for raising the 70 workers. Luke chapter 10 verses 17 to 20. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Amen. There's a reason why God first established the 12 apostles and the 70 workers. He wanted them to protect all the regions spiritually. God gave the servants of the Lord the blessing of seeing great parishes. Church officers influenced businesses, regions, and everything else. The people who gave land, Stephen, who was first to be martyred, the people who raised the church at Antioch during the persecution, and those who were in important missions fields were all 70 worker church officers. They knew that the gospel and prayer were the method to enjoy the throne's blessing, God's kingdom, and its works. With this, they raised partisans to save the world. In the Bible, there are evidences regarding partisans. In times of war, partisans were built to protect the population. Judges chapter 9 verse 47. And on a daily basis, they protected towns and their people. 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 17. Moreover, they were built for the sake of livestock and farming. 2 Chronicles chapter 26. Partisans for watchmen to shout all night. Isaiah chapter 21 verse 8. To guard the palace. Nehemiah chapter 3 verse 25. And towers to destroy enemies. Ezekiel chapter 26 verse 9 also existed. Also, there was a strong tower that confirmed the name of the Lord. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 10. And 1,000 towers built by David, sons of sons. Chapter 4 verse 4. Then, what kind of partisan must you build? Number 1. Church officers and churches. Partisans. Church officers and churches are spiritual partisans. This is especially true for church officers because they've been called as watchmen. God told the watchmen to shout all day and night and to build up a highway. Number 2. 70 workers. The partisan to save the field. 70 workers are partisans to save the field. Instead of going himself, Jesus sent 70 people to the field. Luke chapter 10 verse 1. Also, by having them proclaim the name of the Lord, he gave them the authority to cast out demons. Luke chapter 10 verse 19. Furthermore, he said to rejoice that the name of the 70 workers were written in heaven. Luke chapter 10 verse 20. Number 3. 237. 5,000 partisan. Church officers are those who will build partisans to save the 237 nations and 5,000 tribes. As a result, they will receive the answers of the platform that possesses the throne's power, the watchtower in which God's kingdom is established, and the antenna that communicates with the works of God's kingdom. In order to testify the gospel throughout the world, 10 million partisans must arise. That's why it must be 10 million disciples. Starting today, you must continue to concentrate so that God's kingdom and the throne's blessing will be established. Covenantal prayer. Dear God, may this be a time not only for remnants, but for all evangelists throughout the world to grab hold of the covenant. May remnants throughout the world arise. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.